In this one, I'm going to be showing you how to make your logo 3D in DaVinci Resolve. It's quick, it's easy, it doesn't take long. My name's Dan, and you're watching DanVinci. Let's go. Okay then, so I've got Resolve open with my timeline. Now I have the logo that I want to use and make 3D. This is actually my DanVinci logo. The first thing I'm going to do is make this clip a compound clip. The reason I'm going to do this is because my logo is actually a 1000 by 1000 square, whereas obviously my timeline is a 16 by 9 aspect ratio, completely different to a square frame. Right click on the clip, go up to the top and click new compound clip, and obviously call this logo. There we go, so we have the logo. Now let's jump into Fusion while hovering over our logo. Okay, so in the Fusion tree, you're greeted by this. Now, if you're new to Fusion and you're completely scared out of your mind and find it really overwhelming, do not worry. I'm going to go into a lot of detail with this video, going step by step at a pace that you'll understand. Okay, so at the minute we have two nodes, the media in and the media out. The media in is our logo and the media out is effectively our video output, our finished product, sort of, basically that. So first of all, we need to apply an image plane 3D node. Now, if you don't know where this is, don't panic. All we need to do is control space and this will bring up your selection tool. From here, we can simply search image plane. Click enter and it will appear in your node tree. Now, don't worry if this isn't automatically connecting. This is because it's a 3D node and we need to add a 3D node renderer. But we'll get onto that in a minute. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to disconnect our node from the media out. And there is a reason for this, don't you worry. So disconnect this and then click 1 on your keyboard while holding down the image plane 3D. And this will bring up the logo in a 3D image plane. So feel free to look around in your 3D world that you have. You can zoom in using the scroll wheel. By clicking down on the scroll wheel and holding Alt, you can actually rotate around like this. You can see our image. Now, you might be saying,
Dan, my image is 3D, but it's not 3D. It's still 2D, 2D, 3D. How do I make it more 3D?
This is where the magic of the duplicate 3D node comes in. Control space on your keyboard, search duplicate. There you are, duplicate 3D. Enter that. Then click 1 on your keyboard so you can view this in your preview window. And now what we want to do is basically duplicate our 2D image. So much so, it gives the appearance of 3D. Well, it is actually 3D. But do bear in mind, when we do this, your computer, depending on how powerful it is, might get a little bit slow. Heading over into the top right corner, we have our Inspector tab. Now from here, you can control almost anything about any node anywhere. We have the duplicate node selected, so all of the controls show up in the Inspector tab. And from here, you can see the number of copies. Now I'm going to drag this over to 10, and obviously 10 is not enough. We're going to need to do a lot more than that. So I'm going to try 150 and see what that looks like. Now you may have noticed it might have changed a little bit, but again, it's not 3D, Dan.
Why is it still 2D?
Well, we need to adjust the offset on the Z-axis. Z-axis, whatever. You know what I mean. That's this little tool here. Drag this along and it may go a bit crazy. So let's just see here. Yeah, as you can see, it's now 3D, but it's effectively a giant tunnel. Let's add a few zeros in between this one. So let's see what that looks like. Oh, okay, that's starting to look a bit better. Let's add another 0, but let's make this a 5. There we go. Okay, that's looking a lot better now. If you get the angle right, you can actually see each layer, and obviously you can increase this. So let's go all the way up a bit more. So let's go to 200, and let's make this a bit smaller, like that. So it helps a bit. So there we are. We now have a 3D image. Now, how do I output this onto my timeline? Because obviously when we jump into the edit page, it's showing black currently. If you remember me mentioning earlier on the render 3D node, that's what we need next. Control space and search render 3D, click add, this will add that. Then what I want you to do is go over here just under reporting and click down on the software renderer and click on OpenGL renderer. This, I find, at least on my computer, it runs a lot quicker, like a hell of a lot quicker. So much quicker, it's quicker than a bloody rocket. Maybe not quite quick as a bloody rocket, but still very quick. So now if we drag renderer 3D and drag it over to the media out, this creates an output. And now we have a 2D logo. What? The reason this is simply because we haven't moved our 3D object. As soon as we adjust the 3D object and its angle, it will show up here. Let me show you. Go back to your node tree here. What you want to do is create a node in between the renderer node and the duplicate node. So clicking on your duplicate node, control space and search transform. Now you want transform 3D, not normal transform. The normal transform won't work in this instance. Enter that, and now it's created a transform 3D node. So if you go up to the top right corner in the Inspector tab once once again and rotate our logo like so, you can see that it's adjusting. Now this is fantastic, but there is a problem. In my instance, my logo is completely white. Now, obviously, if you have a logo that's obviously different textures, different colors, you might not want to do this following step. You might find that it looks fine as it is and you'll leave it. So feel free to skip this following step. But if you want to add shadows, which is what I'm going to do now, keep listening. Okay, so I'm going to add some shadows now. So as you can see, it's quite hard to distinguish what part of the image is the side of the image and what part of the image is the actual front of the image, simply because it's all the same color. The way I got around this is quite simple, really. So I made a copy of my media in. So Control C, Control V. Now I've got a copy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move my Transform 3D node next to my renderer node and keep it quite close to the media out. We're not going to touch them for a little while. Now I need to click on my Duplicate 3D, Control Space, and search Merge. Merge 3D will appear. Click Add, and now we have a Merge 3D node. Copy and paste your image plane and make sure these two are identical. Place it in between the media in and our Merge 3D node. Attach this to the image plane. Click that, like so, like that. Brilliant. All done. Okay, so now we need to make the other duplicated layers of the logo a different shade of white.
How do I do this, Dan?
Go over to your original media in 1. Click on that, Control Space, and search Color Corrector. Click Add, and this will add a color corrector node. Going over to the color corrector inspector controls, head over to the gain and drag this around. You might see, very slowly, it'll start to change shade. Now at the minute, all of it's changing color, and it does look a little bit strange, but that's fine. I have a solution to that. Head over to the image plane, click on the image plane and Control Space. Once again, you want to search Transform 3D, and then using your preview window, get a side angle of your logo, clicking the blue arrow, let's just drag it out a little bit, boom, and that's it. We've now created a really nice effect here. The way you'd animate this is quite simple. If you click on the Transform 3D node that's next to the 3D renderer, and let's say we want to make a simple keyframe, we click on these rotation keyframes, the X and the Y, and then let's just head over to, let's say 90 here, and drag this around like so. And then if we click play on that, that's basically it. It's that simple. Let me know what else you want me to cover. I have absolutely loads of suggestions constantly flowing in the comments from all my other videos, but there's so many, I'm slightly overwhelmed by it all. Please do feel free to subscribe for more content. My name's Dan, you've watched DanVinci, and I will see you, yes, specifically you, next time. Goodbye.